Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today, big day, we've got a new Ren release, came out this afternoon for me in the States, I think it's a little bit later if you're in Europe. Track called Slaughterhouse, Ren featuring Kit. I don't know who Kit is, I don't know if this is a rapper or a singer, or I don't know anything about this song, if it's going to be rap or singing or a mix of both, or if it's going to be slow or fast, I know nothing. The only thing that I know, which I know I just said I know nothing, and now I'm going to tell you what I know, is I looked at the description of the song, and there was a large list of people involved in the production of the video. So it seems like it's going to be a well-produced video, as opposed to, a lot of Ren's kind of one takes where he's walking down the street or doing whatever. So I'm thinking that this is going to be something with a lot of different cameras and, whatever else is going on. It seems like it's a heavily produced video. Unusual for him, but cool. I'm here, I'm all for it. So let me go ahead and get started and we'll see what we get. Go ahead, subscribe, like the video, comment, and let me know what you think. I'm always interested to hear what you think about the video itself, what you think about my reaction, any other things you'd like me to react to. I'm up for anything. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Must has that kind of old-timey feel. Oh, good guy. Elysium. That's the name of kind of heaven in Greek mythology, right? Like they die, they go to the Elysian fields. Elysium. I know that from, they mention it in Gladiator. I think he talks about going to Elysium. And then it's also, if you've ever played the game Hades, one of the levels that you go to in that game is Elysium.
Somebody, anyone help, I've been going through hell. Hell, I've been...
Tartarus, it's another one of the levels of Hades. Maybe Ren's a Hades fan.
Anyone help, I've been going through hell. Hell, I've been going through, I've been...
So the ha thing. So he does that, in Sick Boy, and then he kind of calls back to it in Cujo Beatdown, and he does it here, and then he kind of does this brrr thing, which you've seen him do in a couple songs. I know he does it in Fisher, the Losing It, and I think he also might do it in the Right Here, Right Now video as well. So I don't know if this is an intentional callback or just likes making those noises.
Hell, I've been going through. I've been at odds with myself. I've been so lost in my health. I've been feeling like
Gaia. I don't think this was in Hades, but this is that's kind of like the Greek mythology term for the earth itself. I really kind of like this flow that's going with like this almost kind of, like I said, old-timey piano that you would hear in like a Wild West saloon or something.
Hell, I've been going through. I've been at odds with myself. I've been so lost in my health. I've been feeling like.
Also, shout out to this new Sick Boy sweatshirt he's wearing. It's really cool.
Deleting myself, man, I've been going through hell.
But this is Kit, I'm guessing. All right, so I have no idea really what's going on in the video at this point. It seems like we're in some kind of a, insane mental vision of being chased and, hunted kind of thing. How that ties into anything at this point, I'm not sure. And maybe it's some sort of a metaphor for his struggles with, his health and things. By the way, Ren's clearly still going through it. It's so unfortunate. We're all clearly rooting for him. I hope he gets a lot better. If anybody deserves to get better, it's him. And if anybody can turn this into a positive, it's going to be him as well. Hats off to this guy for everything he's gone through and the way he's managed to use it to lift other people up.
Crawl over over shards of shattered glass. A masterclass of surviving inside a plaster cast. Martial artist, Arkham Asylum, night's darkest. Half-heartedly, haphazardly start this. Shallow.
All right, some cool references there. You know, you kind of had the Batman thing going in with the Dark Knight Arkham Asylum. And there was a lot of kind of phrases that you've heard him use throughout his songs, like the broken glass, you know, it was mentioned in Troubles and some other things. So I think there's certain, I don't know that he's purposefully doing a lot of these references to the old things. In some cases, I think he was, right? The kind of, like he even did like that motion that he did at the beginning of Cujo Beatdown. So I think some cases he's doing it purposely. Other times, I think there's just certain metaphors that work for the kind of things that he's talking about.
Cast martial artist, Arkham Asylum, night's darkest. Half-heartedly, haphazardly start this. Shallow tune.
The martial artist masterclass, I think that was from like Life is Funny. I feel like was from that as well. So maybe these are purposeful references because it seems like there's a lot of them.
Martial artist, Arkham Asylum, night's darkest. Half-heartedly, haphazardly start this. Shallow tombs, open wounds that don't heal. Cold steel incision, a mountain made a molehill. Through fields of the valley of doubt.
The molehill is a reference to it's not ready for you. Maybe it's Ready for You. It's not Ready for You. It's one of the other songs right from around that same era. I really love this flow too. Sorry, I keep stopping it, but I get fascinated by his lyrics and the music and the video and everything. So I'll try not to stop so much.
Roll over shards of shattered glass. A masterclass of surviving inside a plaster cast. Martial artist, Arkham Asylum, night's darkest. Half-heartedly, haphazardly start this. Shallow tombs, open wounds that don't heal. Cold steel incision, a mountain made a molehill. Through fields of the valley of doubt. I pass out, revive with the mouth to mouth. I stay locomotion, move with a chokehold. Goalpost moving, grow up then grow old. Hocus pocus, voodoo and black.
The locomotion thing, there's the kind of the locomotive wordplay and losing it. So it seems like there might be a couple from that one as well.
A chokehold, goalpost moving, grow up then grow old. Hocus pocus, voodoo and black holes. Tobacco, I light up with my hat low. The last of the prophets, heaven sent Nephilim, roaming the earth with a severed wing. While the sword of
Nephilim. So I know in Seven Sins he talked about the seraphim, and now he's talking about the Nephilim. So these are different types of angels that are mentioned in the Bible. I think mainly in Revelation they kind of get into these kind of specifics. But now you've got here laying here talking about the last of the prophets, and he's wearing almost what seems like a crown of thorns, like Jesus had worn on the cross. I don't know if that's again an intentional metaphor, but with Ren, you never know.
Heaven sent Nephilim, roaming the earth with a severed wing. While the sword of Damocles is beckoning, hackling.
Sword of Damocles. Is that biblical or is that like Greek mythology? It's a phrase that I've heard, but I'm drawing a blank as to what it's supposed to be. And he talked about the Nephilim with the severed wing, and this guy's also wearing kind of one of these crown of thorn things. So I wonder if this is like another angel that hadn't gotten injured, but he's got the broken wing, and so now they're having to, chop him down or something. I'm not sure exactly what this is all referring to. This is kind of abstract for me and my small brain.
Nephilim, roaming the earth with a severed wing. While the sword of Damocles is beckoning, hackling thoughts that torture porcelain skin. Who's the kingdom come king that brings the country?
Kingdom come king? That sounds like that's the Dada stuff, right? The dumb king come?
Hackling thoughts that torture porcelain skin. Who's the kingdom come king that brings the contrast to conquer his sins I bring? Whispers caught by the wind aboard the fetus, and here lies the body of Ren.
Here lies the body of Ren. Isn't that how the Welsh part in that first verse of Seven Sins, isn't that the last line of that, the translation, when he's singing in Welsh? Here lies Ren, here lies the body of Ren. So I think there's definitely some specific callbacks. And the flows on these are great. I'm really enjoying just the overall, there's already been a couple like large musical changes and the flow changes that go along with it. And I think we were just taking another one. That first chord he played when I stopped, it was kind of like a smooth jazz chord. So I'm expecting another change up here, which again is almost stylistically calling back to Seven Sins is the one I think of the most when I think of Ren doing a song that has a lot of different like movements in it, almost like, classical music when you have these different movements that are all very different. And this kind of has that same feel where it's going to, every 30 seconds or so, there's going to be a large musical change. The flow is going to change. The contents is going to change. The style of the video might change a little bit.
Whispers caught by the wind aboard the fetus, and here lies the body of Ren. And pain makes men out of boys that were lost, it's across to the homies. And some get body bags, it rag tagged, and it still hurts low key. These concrete streets breed wolves from sheep.
So he just mentioned Loki, and I'm trying to figure out if that was a double. We've had this like kind of Greek mythology reference, we've had biblical references, and maybe I'm pushing on the Loki also being a double with Loki, the god of mischief in the Norse gods.
Boys that were lost, it's across to the homies. And some get body bags, it rag tagged, and it still hurts low key. These concrete streets breed wolves from sheep in the land of the holy. And the legend don't die, I love that guy, this one's for the broskies. Paddle to metal, you know how he. The devil and Jezebel coming for. A jackal is hiding inside of my.
It's funny for me, when I hear him make kind of a Jekyll and Hyde reference like that, I totally get it. But I'm wondering if there's a lot of people who would watch this video, younger people who may not be familiar with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and kind of know about that, dichotomy of one person being good and evil, which Ren obviously has a lot of discussion about that, the dark and the light. We all kind of have both of that in us. It's really, obviously kind of manifested differently a little bit in the Jekyll and Hyde story, but so for him to make a reference like that, I think is, pretty awesome. And I wonder if everybody gets that reference. I hope so.
I love that guy, this one's for the broskies. Paddle to metal, you know how he.
So here's another big change, right?
A jackal is hiding inside of my.
So this has to just be some cool video production, because I don't think they found this many people that actually look this much like Ren. I mean, maybe they did, but I'm assuming this is all him.
In your rosy cheeks, painting them blue, turning your click into skeleton crew, stripping the soul from the base of your shoes. So watch my tongue, my words are laced with truth. I'm lying in truth, it's a fire in the booth. Switch up the star like bisex, impress your heavy lip.
Oh, that's kind of a cool shot. I was gonna say, this kind of reminds me of the TV show Lucifer a little bit. If you've ever seen that, there's kind of the devil's on earth and he runs a nightclub. And so there's this superposition of like, the way Ren's kind of got this dark suit on with the red tie, and it looks like he's in kind of a swanky bar or something with the tables. It's just, but he's got the sword, right? There's the artifact from the old days. It kind of reminds me of that TV show a little bit. I don't remember any decapitated heads, but I wonder, he mentioned the Loki thing. And so there's the head talking. So it reminds me a little bit of the whole Mimir thing in Greek mythology, or no, Norse mythology, where Mimir was the really, super intelligent guy. And I think it's Odin cuts his head off and he continues to kind of be the voice of wisdom. If you've ever played like the God of War games with Kratos, he's, carries the head of Mimir around as kind of a sidekick, but also used for wisdom and knowledge. Odin lost his eye at the pool of Mimir so he could gain, insight into the future. So I had mentioned that Loki thing before as potentially being a double, and now he's showing this head. And I don't know if this is supposed to be Mimir necessarily, if this head's going to be spouting wisdom or not, but that'd be pretty cool. So it does seem like, he's kind of got biblical, Greek, Norse stuff maybe going on.
The star like bisex, impress your heavy lift, tricep, bicep, I flex the thunder and lightning writing on Tesla.
Thunder and lightning writing on Tesla or something like that. So the thunder and lightning could be a reference to Thor. Again, so going along with the Norse references that might be happening here with this head that he's holding up. And then he mentions Tesla, right? Nikolai Tesla was the one who did the DC current, which Ren talks about in Crucify Your Culture. If you're not familiar with that Ren track, you need to go check it out right now. It's absolutely fabulous. And he's got an entire verse talking about Nikola Tesla and, the DC versus the AC fight that happened back in the late 80s. So again, another kind of callback to other stuff, and potentially this whole kind of different sets of mythology going on. Really cool.
Working in a lab, I'm lightning writing on Tesla. Connect direct, disconnect. Working in a lab, I'm bad like Dexter. Coming for your neck, the head that.
Is that a Dexter bar serial killer? I guess that goes along with the concept of a slaughterhouse.
Working in a lab, I'm bad like Dexter. Coming for your neck, the head that collector. 1,000,000 degrees, graduate semester. bullet in the knee till you kneel to the emperor.
They say, he say, she say.
People like to bicker as humanity erodes.
Another change. Oh,
OKK
cool
with an
headphone stuff.
AK pointed at the KKK. That's how you kill.
Cool flow.
OKK with an AK pointed at the KKK. That's how you kill a ghost. Killer goals, giddy sick of the most. QB quicker on the trigger, click, 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 click. Empty chamber, fill it, reload. I cock it and hold, bullet in the chamber, explode. And burrow through the pricks, go, let's go. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, sucker making crack. When I spread, that's the bread, and the butter and I bled. For the love of music dead, undercover, tell the coroner I left. Resurrect, motherfucker, G. Sick, yeah, I'm sick. I think I told you that I'm sick. Sucker click, and when I pull up on your click, 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 click. Homicidal, traumatic. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, bitch.
Red's not afraid of dying in his own videos, is he? Ah, but he's still alive. I wonder if this is him, if this is metaphor for him putting his sickness to sleep, killing it, winning the battle, or if it's something more nefarious. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's not the Sick Boy logo now. Is this the Slaughterhouse logo? It's like a dog or something. I'm not sure what that is. I'm seeing a puppy dog face without a mouth, but the 2 ears. But maybe this is, maybe it means something very different. I need to squint at it for a little bit or something. I don't know. That was a really cool song and a really cool video. I love songs that have kind of those different movements. Geez, this song was less than 4 minutes long, and I feel like there were about 6 of them going on in there. So yeah, maybe about 30 seconds per chunk. Each one had its own kind of musical style. Each one had its own kind of visual thing going on. So that was all really, really cool. A lot of references, like to kind of biblical references, Greek mythology references, potentially Norse mythology. I realized I might have been stretching a little bit on those, kind of references. But, in the grand scheme of everything else going on and knowing that it's Ren, it very well could have been purposeful. And so, yeah, just, I really like this video. I'm going to have to watch it like 500 more times and really listen to it and listen to the lyrics. And I'll probably find all kinds of things that I missed this time. But yeah, there was a lot of good stuff in there. And I'm sure that there's going to be more that I've missed. And I'm okay with that, right? If I caught everything this time through, then why would I want to watch it again? Yeah, it doesn't really make sense because there's a lot of songs that I feel like I've caught most of the stuff and I still watch them every day. But just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's it. Really awesome video, and if the rest of the album is kind of this quality, I'm really excited. I mean, I was really excited anyway, but it's just kind of, you get that little bit of taste. Get a little appetizer, and it makes you hungry for the whole meal, kind of thing. And no pressure, right? I know the guy's obviously very sick, and he's going to be doing things at a rate slower than we would all like, but faster than he probably should be, right? So I appreciate that. And Ren, if you happen to see this, take as much time as you need to do what you got to do and take care of yourself first. The rest of us can wait. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you all again on the next one. Take care. Bye.